Hello YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. Outdoor Diane here. And if you're new, welcome. Please join this community. The weather is warming up, and I don't know about you, but as it does, I tend to want to eat light. And that means, for me, salads and wonderful, delicious tomatoes. The problem that I have is that tomatoes no longer taste the way I anticipate a tomato to taste. You know, the taste you had when you were a kid. And so could I grow them outside in my backyard? Yes, except I live here in Chicago and we have all kinds of critters. Rabbits, squirrels, cats will even attack some of the things, possums, raccoons come in. So all these things will attack even if you have a raised bed, they will attack the tomatoes. So I decided to work with this problem, and I bought a mini greenhouse, and I want to unbox it with you to see whether I can grow delicious tomatoes in a small greenhouse without being bothered by critters. So join me as I unbox. So I have laid the parts out, the pieces of this, it's called the grow house, and that's the way it's supposed to look when I finish. It doesn't look very difficult. It comes with those pieces, and there's a bag of little nuts and bolts that I need to affix them. But it says, grow it with confidence. It looks quite nice. I have a space for it. And yeah, so let me get started. These days, the assembly instructions are basically just images, so diagrams, no words. What they will do now, that they didn't do, I was coming up, is they will put letters on each grouping of, screws and nails or whatever it is you need. And they've done it in this case. So what I do to make sure that it's, going to go easy for me is I lay them out. They will tell you on the assembly instructions how many pieces. So for example, A has 8 pieces, and here is A in its own little bag, and they're A. So you really shouldn't have anything left over. If you do, something went wrong. But you just follow the assembly instructions and you should be in good shape. Let's see how it goes. So basically, what I've done so far is, it seems simple enough actually. They have you have a front piece, a back piece, a few sides, and so what they do is they have some pre-drilled holes so that you can get it started. It's made from wood, this one, So it's not that sturdy. It wouldn't last outside in the Chicago winter, but I know it would make it through the summer. And I think, the color is a gray. My fountain is a gray, it'll match. But I think what I do is I would cover this in a different kind of paint, an exterior paint. But so it's not that sturdy, but it's big enough for me to grow, I think, some substantial tomatoes. But again, it's easy enough. So far, they've got some pegs so that you know where to place it. They've got some pre-drilled holes so you know where to put those screws. So this is what I've done, at least so far. It's taken about maybe 15 minutes. Oh, and I thought that I'd be able to use my manual screwdriver, but depending on your strength, because when you have wood this thin, you may not want to use your drill because you may exert too much force. But for me, I have my power drill now. It just didn't take much, but you have to be careful because you could split wood this thin. It's like a little plywood. So here's the final product. I'm going to be honest with you. Remember the cautionary statement I made at the beginning that you should have no screws left over? They normally, because of costs, are going to give you exactly what you need. So I had a screw left over. In fact, I had a few others left over. And then there were 2 additional screws at the base of this. I have a feeling that, because there's nothing in the instructions related to it, they just said screw it in there, but it doesn't attach to anything. So I have a feeling those screws are for if you were putting it on, say, a deck, and that you can screw it inside, but there's no information on it. So I've got 4 screws at the base that are not really connected to anything. And because I'm going to leave it outside, and it's a very, it's not that sturdy, and if a strong wind blows or some critter crawls across the top, it would fall. So I'm going to put rebar on the outside. So if there is a wind, it just will be leaning on that, and I won't have to worry about it tipping over. Because I'm going to be growing tomatoes, I put one of the shelves in, but I'm actually not going to be using that. The tomato plant will be at the bottom, and it'll grow all the way up here. But if I were, say, growing maybe spices or something like that, I would be able to install this extra shelf. As I say, I won't be doing that. I might next summer, if everything goes well with the tomatoes, I just might try some strawberries. Let's see how that goes. But as you can see, it worked out fine. It took me a little bit longer because I was trying to figure out where did this extra screw go. But that's it. And so we'll see how it goes by the end of the summer. I should have really wonderful. I'm gonna just obviously grow small tomatoes, not the beefsteak tomatoes or anything like that. So I'm not sure exactly what variety, but it would fit in here. And then again, if I wanted to use spices or something like that, I would have this. So, ta-da, let's see how it goes. Well, my mini greenhouse came out nicely, but I couldn't wait, so I went to the local store, bought a plant already in bloom, and didn't get small tomatoes, but they came out pretty nicely.